Can you tell us your first name and your age?
My name's Nicoya, and I'm 19 years old.
What does it mean to be you?
To be empathetic, as honest as I can possibly be, to care for everyone, even when it feels like they don't necessarily care for me. To try. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing a majority of the time, but the fact that I'm putting in my best effort, I feel positive about, I feel good about, and to just improve, whether that's as myself or in what I do or how I treat people or my relationships with others.
What does it mean to be perfect?
I feel like perfection has to do with what other people expect of you instead of what we actually may be or who we are. I personally don't think there's any such thing as perfect. I feel like it's just a concept, an idea of what people expect of you. And more than often, that's very one-dimensional, and people as people are not that.
What does it mean to be 19?
Whew! It's a very weird experience. It's a very weird middle ground. I know personally, I am stuck between trying to find a sense of maturity while also maintaining what I feel is a youthful side of me, creative, or just being open, because the world hardens you sometimes. Being 19 is just a lot of confusion. It's a little frustrating sometimes. It can also be very restricting. But I think there's some freedom that comes in being 19 because you still have the opportunity to figure everything out, even though people tell you you can't.
What does it mean to be kind?
To be kind means to be open, to be honest in a way that both benefits yourself and others in your relationship with other people. To be kind is to be considerate.
What does it mean to be a friend?
To be a friend is a lot like family, or even like a partner or a romantic partner, because it's an unbreakable bond, an exchange of the smallest details or the memories or anything like that. A friend is like super loaded because there's something really powerful about it. I don't even know how to describe it.
What does it mean to be successful?
I feel like if you are satisfied with what you're doing and how you're benefiting other people or improving your own skill set, and you're successful, that's super vague. Successful is super vague.
What does it mean to be confident?
Confidence? I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure that out. What it means to entirely accept yourself and not what others push for you to be or expect you to be.
What does it mean to be present?
My boyfriend has this thing like he jokes about all the time. The present is a present. I think it's to be completely accepting of everything that's going on. I know everybody day to day, we're always trying to figure out ways to improve our situation or get out of things financially or emotionally or just the smallest things. I feel to accept the present or to be present is to be completely grateful for what you have right then and there. To be accepting of what situation you are in, even if it's not necessarily the most favorable one. To be accepting that there's going to be a future, there's been a past, but to be grateful for what's going on now.
What does it mean to be human?
I feel like to be human is to be imperfect. It's to enjoy your experience or sometimes not enjoy it. To challenge yourself on what you think you know. To be understanding of other people's experiences. To embrace other people's experiences. To exchange those things.
What does it mean to be in love?
I feel like to be in love means to openly accept yourself as much as you accept that other person. To appreciate yourself and them as individuals, but love the fact that you guys are able to flesh together. Love is great in any form, platonic, romantic. It's great.
What does it mean to be an adult?
Yikes. I still have this view of being an adult as going to the office and you have a gray suit and a suitcase and just very stern. I suppose you seem like you're happy with what's going on, but just to always be stone cold, no expression. I don't know, it just feels like you're hardened. Adulthood is scary. It's terrifying. I know parenthood is to let go of consideration for yourself sometimes and start learning how to care about others. I know adulthood can sometimes mean learning how to build other people up, people that you care about. I know adulthood is tackling everything that you avoided during childhood. It's accepting the parts of yourself that you struggled to accept before. It's gaining clarity about the universe and what it truly means to exist and allow yourself and others to exist and to be at peace with everything that you've done and can do and will do.
What does it mean to be lucky?
I feel like to be lucky, you have a great support system. You have a lot of people that are supporting you no matter what you do, even when you're not your best. To feel grateful for what you're doing and at the rate you're doing it, how quickly you improve or succeed or anything like that.
What does it mean to be a family?
For me personally, it's a hard thing to talk about. I appreciate my family for kind of like at face value, but people aren't perfect. They have some unfortunate things about their personality. Sometimes that comes up through culture or just the way you were raised, mental illness, and that can be really difficult to deal with. Family usually is supposed to be a very loving place. It is, but that also includes accepting others how they come, and that sometimes can be a process itself.
What does it mean to be popular?
I feel like a lot of the time it's because you succumb to what everybody expects you to be, or whether that's by force or naturally. Sometimes that comes into being conventionally attractive. There was one thing that I came across before on the internet. I feel like that encompasses the popular, the chill girl. It was someone who fits everything that you expect to be cool and interesting, but also shows no sort of emotions or backlash when you don't treat them as you should treat another human being. And I feel like popularity kind of encompasses that. You're expected to be what everybody wants you to be, what everybody finds interesting in that moment, and you're just kind of not there. You're there for entertainment, for consumption, as opposed to exist, which we're all truly here for.
What does it mean to be proud?
To be proud is probably the highest level of like self-love you can achieve. Because once you feel pride in everything you do, once you feel pride in existing, there's a greatness and like a power that comes with it. And I really truly think that once you've reached that level of acceptance and pride in your being and everything that you do and create, you radiate it. You glow like the sun. And I kind of wish everybody glowed. I wish I glowed like that, but it's beautiful to see.
What does it mean to be free?
To be free, I feel like, is to let go of the past, let go of trauma and hurt and assumptions. You can let yourself be free from a lot of things. What you expect of yourself, what other people expect of you, I guess, is to just live and not expect so much of yourself. Just to, first and foremost, want to be happy and want to be happy with other people and with animals and with nature and with all the great things that life has to offer.
What does it mean to be a role model?
I feel like to be a role model has a lot to do with how you treat other people as well as yourself. I think it's important to always treat yourself with kindness. It's important that people who may idolize you or admire you or how you move or what you encompass as a person know that the most important thing to being able to maintain healthy relationships or have a successful experience with your career or with your art or anything like that, you need to be taking care of you. You need to make sure you're in a good and healthy mind state. Anybody who admires you should know that you need love too. You need to be nurtured like a plant.
What does it mean to be safe?
I feel like safety comes with, in a way, it does require you to feel free. You can't really feel safe if you're not free of those assumptions or worries or anxieties or anything like that. Even if it's just a momentary thing, I feel like it's important. Safety is so important in numerous ways, but safety emotionally and from a lot of the hardships that come with the world is vital, even if you only get it for a glimpse of a second.
What does it mean to be happy?
I feel like happiness is a little bit different for every person, but for me personally, happiness has to do with getting enough sleep or drinking enough water, or I'm having enough personal time with people that I care about, me bettering as a person, me constantly improving, me having those sorts of outlets and using them effectively in a healthy manner. My happiness also revolves around the people that I care about. Being happy, I feel like that brings happiness, being around people you love.
What does it mean to be a survivor?
I feel like everyone in a way is a survivor because it takes a lot to be able to get up out of bed in the morning. It takes a lot to try after failures and to love again after heartbreaks. And it takes a lot of effort to live sometimes. And I feel like day to day everyone is surviving.
What does it mean to be home?
To be safe, to be at one with everything that's surrounding you, to feel in control but also vulnerable, to be accepting of everything that's going on, and of course to feel comfortable with who and what is there, just to be at peace.